Thank you so much, Lauren. I firmly believe that it's very important to ask the athletes, not the athletes, right? It's the supporters, how well prepared they are for this spectacular race that we're expecting to see here today. It's going to be a wild one. We had some last-minute changes in the teams. We're looking at the start list, actually looking at Germany, slight change there. Tim Wenig, unfortunately, is out. He needs to be replaced. He was already not racing the Elite 15, but they've got a great substitute. England, Kate Davey in there, who had a spectacular race. Sarah Pergiani, great race in the Elite. Jake Williamson, he is on fire and eager to deliver here. Marisa Robertson, world champion in her age group here at the event, with James Kelly with this incredible race in the Elite 15, out of this world. And then obviously the Austrians, Alexander Rankovic, who won the race here, who is the Elite world champion. He said it, Austria is here to win it. Then we got the Belgians, Peter Maas, Tom Fransen's fantastic doubles race today, coming in seconds by seconds. Miria Fishek, Katie Simmons in, the experienced athletes here for Canada, and then obviously the biggest fan group in the world, thanks to Song Byung-sik for Korea, and then Scotland. We just saw him walk on. Graham Halliday put together a fantastic team. The Spanish have been amazing all across the board, age group and Elite. United States, filled with Elite 15 athletes. Can you beat them or not? We will find out. And Jezebel Kramer, Geoffrey Rizan, who recovered so well from his mishap in the singles and then came back in the mixed to take the title. The Hogans put together their own team. We heard of Mark, the boyfriend of Evelyn Irwin. Camilla Massa, let's hope the foot holds up. She had the trouble. And then going through the ranks, we got Poland, Portugal, Sweden, Switzerland. The Swedish in for a treat. We heard it earlier off camera from Ida from Denmark. She says the primary goal for the day is to beat the Danes. And we're almost ready. Jake Wilson, we see him with the blonde hair and the gloves here in the front. And off they go. This is the start, everybody. The race is on for our mixed relay. Greg's with me by now. Greg, that was a swift transition from down there up here.
So fast I should be in the England team, don't you think?
I do believe so. I do believe so. You would deserve that 100%. All right, here we go. It is a little early to call it. I think for one of the big ones, without a doubt, is which tactic is going to pay off here today? Is it the tactic of putting all Elite 15 experienced athletes into the field, or is it the idea of bringing specialists on board?
It remains to be seen, but I think it certainly has been worth gambling on a specialist. But like I was just saying to Lauren, the question is, can they specialise in two stations and can they also run? Now, on that topic, we've got the Swede lead in here. I believe he's a specialist to some extent in the ergs, and the question mark, like I said, the question mark is, can they run? He started out very, very fast here, and he's joined by Jake Williamson, who's just taken the lead. We know Jake is a really, really strong runner. I think he's got a 5K PB of somewhere around the 15-minute mark, and then they're joined by the Italian and Alexander Ronkovic just there in full spot. But yeah, we knew this was going to start out fast, and that's certainly the case. And you're seeing like some seriously strong athletes like Hidde Wiersma there, like he's a decent gap behind Jake already. So this is a really, really fast pace that they're opening up.
Absolutely, and you know, just looking at Jake here in the front, it just blows my mind. He literally raced a couple of hours ago, all in the doubles, and you think it's the doubles, it's half the load. It's not. Everybody does the run. You only share the workouts, and really, the one thing that sounds true for Hyrox, no matter which way you turn it, the distances only get shorter, or the overall load gets shorter. But the effort and the pain and the exhaustion is just always the same.
yeah. And I've actually not done a relay myself, but I've heard many people say that the relay actually hurts even more than the individual race or the doubles. You just really have to put it all in, every second of your leg.
Well, I can confirm that. 5 starts, 5 podiums, it hurt. Absolutely, without a doubt.
There's Hunter McIntyre.
Hey, it's never too dark to be cool. I mean, let's face it. Hunter's got the style down.
So Jake's, it'd be interesting to see what this pace is that Jake's done for this first kilometre, because you know, you're talking about Hunter McIntyre, one of the fastest athletes in this sport, and he's struggling to keep up. This is a seriously impressive pace. Now the question is, how fast can you ski at the end of this? You run a 250. Can you back it up with a decent pace ski?
But it's amazing to see. You see Alex Rankovic behind him and so on. If you look at the different styles, you know, Jake looks like a smooth runner. Alex literally looks more like a bulldozer coming from behind. Very long strides, huge arm movement and everything, but still, you know, keeping the pace. We got Hunter going in there as well at the same time, and now it's all about finding your rhythm as quickly as possible at the ski erg. And now I'm beyond excited to see what Team Australia is able to do. We heard it. He says, I'm going for the fastest time at the ski erg. Team Australia, Kane, let's see how he's doing. A specialist who, so now, he said about himself, I come from the erg community. I didn't even know such thing exists. But apparently it does. There was a huge shout out to the erg community. As we see now, leaders, England, Italy, USA. We got Austria in there. We got Ireland in the mix. And Austria, you know, Alex Rankovic going wild instantly. Made up those few seconds on Jack Williamson already.
We know from the other night, Hunter and Rankovic, they were skiing the other night at the start of a full Hyrox. It was sub 140 per 500 metre pace. I suspect they'll be going faster than that today, so they can really put in the effort here. Jake looks like he's holding his own. I was going to say I think Hunter and Alex will be closing the gap on him, but he's holding his own at the moment.
So it'll be interesting to see if you look in 12th spot. We're seeing Australia jump 4th and back a little bit now in 15th. So now this is our erg specialist. Let's see if he can make up any ground. Portugal is doing incredibly well there as well. So great race. England still in the lead. Italy, Rankovic right there as well. A little bit of a surprise with Korea, I want to say. In roughly 6th position, maybe 7th. We're still waiting for the updates there. If you look a little further down, Scotland, Sweden, looks like they're actually a little bit ahead, but Korea right in the mix there, doing incredibly well. And then Denmark trailing a little bit. Germany about 100 meters behind England and Italy with Dominic Maltan, you know, who's the substitute for Tim Venus. Well, actually, they brought 2 substitutes on board. Team Germany lost 2 elite athletes, right? So Tobias Laudwein replacing Lucas Storart, and then Dominic Maltan replacing Tim Venus. So they had to change the tactics and everything as we're going into the last third here. So everybody joining us, everybody who's not familiar with the format, hey, very warm welcome if you're just joining us to the race right now. The team mixed relay. The way we have it at the World Championship is by nations. Each athlete is doing 2 workouts, 2 1K runs. Right before that workout, they hand over to the teammate. Off they go until all 8 workouts are done. So England losing a couple of meters here to Austria, who you see still on the ski erg in the splits. You see him in 3rd spot, but Austria's actually taken over. USA shoulder to shoulder with England now. Australia is doing well, but considering he's an absolute specialist, I expected him to take a little more time out of the others.
Yeah, and that was one of the gambles we talked about. Did he earn his spot over and above putting like a more obvious choice like Jonathan Winning? At the moment, he's not necessarily justifying that with in 15th spot coming in. Now, obviously, there's another station that they need to do, and the row, which I think is where maybe he excels a little more than ski. And is that?
Wow. Hunter is out. Hunter celebrating. Ireland is out as well. England is out onto the track. Austria is out as well. Hunter McIntyre handing over. Here we go. USA dealing with a substitution as well. Lauren Weeks not starting. You guys just mentioned it in the pre-show.
Jake has put in a really, really good shift there, though, for England. If you'd asked me before the start, you know, could he hold his own against Alex and Hunter on this first leg on a ski erg? I probably wouldn't have said he'd come out like broadly level with them. So he's put in a really good shift to keep up with those guys.
But as you can see, it's almost an entire lane off this oval that they're running here through the arena. But boy, he is pumping. He's really leaving it out there. And Mike, I can tell you can turn around as much as you want. There's nobody in sight. He's going to be over the moon as he's heading towards those sleds now. Here he goes. Little time for celebration. Coming into the arena. down to the grid now, and he wants a little more from the spectators. This is the way we know him. And here come the chasers with Italy. Giuseppe Spreaficcio has taken over, so interesting. UK as well as Italy, both starting off with their men, both men in a row. A lot of team have subbed the women in France, for example, with Jezebel Kramer, who raced today already with Geoffrey Voisin. All right, here we go. Michael Sandbag. This is the one. You know, the great thing about the sled push now, usually you want to have a controlled break, but this time around, you really don't have to bother too much about it. As we see in Austria in second now, together with Italy. A little cheering here from Alex Ronkovic. So usually with a sled push, what you got is you almost give yourself a mandatory break to make sure you don't ruin your calves. You don't have to worry about this too much. You got to make it through the sled push and then about 100 meters to hand over, and then you can recover.
Yeah. You've just got to give it your absolute all, and then you'll have at least 6-7 minutes to recover, depending on when you're next doing your station. But yeah, you've got to leave it all out here at this point. So you're right; it's a completely different approach to if you're taking on an individual.
And then in the third lane that we're seeing from the bottom now, that is Germany with Viola Oberländer trying to catch back up to the USA. Lane 2 on the right-hand corner already. Talking about racing with a little bit of fire under the belly. Viola Oberländer for sure. Slight mishap on a very last wall ball. Didn't hit it properly, which dropped her back from a second at the World Championship to, a fourth place, a very unlucky fourth place. So she will try everything she can to grab a medal here at the World Championships, as Michael Sandbag is trying to eat the weights. Here we go. Oh, look at him. He left it all out there. He did not take that break. This is the calves I was talking about. I mean, this is the prettiest I've ever seen Michael Sandbag run. A little tiptoeing around there. Rather, this isn't figure skating, Michael. But he's found his rhythm now. Time to hand over. And that is going to be a wild lead for England going into that third workout now. You see Alex Ronkovic with Team Austria with a cap on in the picture. Then 2 over. That's Linda Meyer for Germany. Jezebel Kramer for France right behind. And James Kelly, the main that placed third in the elite race on Friday without his shirt on the right-hand corner. With him is Austria, and they're both going out at the same time. Job well done von Matti Waldner from Austria.
That was a 3:04 opening run from Jake Williamson, and then a 3:03 from Michael Sandbag on his run. A 2:30 sled push from him.
Can we call it ridiculous? Would that be okay?
That's fine. I think that's fair.
So the fun thing about Austria is they had Matti Waldner in. Matti Waldner is a cross-country skier.
Yeah. So
now, hold on a second. Why is he doing the sled push? I've no doubt they know what they're doing, but a little bit surprising.
Yeah. I thought that was surprising. It did remind me, though. I remember when I asked Hunter a long time ago, would he be worried from anyone from a different sport coming into Hyrox and be very competitive? And he said, if you can find a cross-country skier, because of their endurance base, they could be seriously good Hyroxers.
And you're seeing in the victory now how tough this is. Viola Oberländer, Jezebel Kramer, Germany and France lying there. They handed over to Geoffrey Voisin, who raced with Jezebel Kramer today to gold in the mixed doubles. Viola Oberländer, she handed over to Linda Meyer, who's in the picture right now with Great Britain, with Sarah Pidjani. Just looking back, she had a solid race in the elite.
Yeah, solid race in the elites. A really good race in the women's doubles today with Kate Davey, where they won the overall women's doubles. England looking very strong here. That's a good lead that they had coming out the sled push.
I mean, you just saw Sarah and Linda running together, but Linda is a lap behind.
Exactly.
Let's not forget that.
Yeah, and that's a German team that is filled with elite 15 experienced athletes, and England nearly lacked them.
Yeah, it's an interesting one without a doubt, but then they're playing to the strengths, of course, at the workouts as well, trying to absolutely maximize. It's a little bit of a gamble, right? It's like, you know, your athlete is about 10 seconds faster at the workout, but is he going to lose those 10 seconds at the workout or on the run because he's not properly recovered? We'll see. So the gap was just around 43 to 45 seconds for England ahead of Australia. Let's see what they're looking like. So far, no sign of second. I think they're coming on the left-hand corner now. At least referees are getting ready.
What you're seeing there with Zara as well is like a really important element with the sled pull is rope management. It's getting under her feet. It's hard to, you're stepping back. You don't want to step out of the box and risk a penalty. Rope management is a huge part of the sled pull, and it looked like Zara was having a little trouble there.
So Italy, Camilla Massa coming in the blue top there. Camilla Massa, who had that unfortunate race in the elite race. She did incredibly well. She was in contention of the podium spots until her Achilles didn't play ball and she dropped back to last place in the race. She is back. She's feeling fit. Linda Meyer, top right-hand corner for Germany, coming in now as well. Had a great race at the World Championship. I think she was hoping for just a little more. Taking the rope next to Camilla Massa now, and then with them at the right-hand corner. That is Jezebel Kramer from France. They're all chasing this woman for England, Sara Perciani. Great, what do you reckon? Is she going to maintain that gap, or is Alex Ronkovic going to come from behind like a madman? Camilla Massa absolutely going wild. She did that first lane already. Look at that. She's literally... she just arrived. Great, what just happened?
She's yeah, amazing. I mean, Camilla is known for her sled pull, but she is moving here. At the top of the screen, well, on the left next to Camilla, you see Marisa Robertson for Australia. I think that is. She won her age group in the 45 to 49 category yesterday.
Yes.
She looked incredibly strong when she was out on course. Really, really strong runner, really strong athlete, and looks like she's moving well on the sled pull.
Well spotted. I went by the short haircut and turned her into Jezebel Kramer, but of course it's Marisa. Now that we got the front shot there. But Camilla Massa, she took almost an entire lane out of Linda Meyer, who's an incredibly established athlete. This is absolutely wild what the Italian is doing here, right-hand corner.
We talked the other night about like the importance of not stepping out the box and how that penalty impacted Michael Sandbag's race. Like when you're trying to move extra quickly in a relay race like this, you have to be even more careful. Like you certainly can't afford a 30-second, 45-second.
So I think it looked like Sarah might have just gotten a warning there for overstepping into the field in the front. And look at that. Camilla Massa for Italy is now only about half a lane behind England. Yeah, Megan Jacobi, we see her just running to the right next to Linda Meyer.
You can see Zara's like just not taking the risk. Now she's got that warning. She's not going remotely close to the line now. She just can't afford to, and that's going to cost her a little bit of time. And there she's away. She's
got to go. Out she is. Pushed by Jake here as well. We just saw the red jersey right-hand corner with the white headband. Ida from Denmark.
Camilla leaving there for Italy. I think that was, she's clawed back a lot of time. I think that was only 5-10 seconds she was behind Zara.
And Alex Ronkovic for Austria, left-hand corner. This is him out now as well. And I'm very much looking forward to seeing the splits, but I have a feeling that Alex Ronkovic might actually, or Camilla Massa might actually have a faster sled pull time than Alex Ronkovic. And Chateauneuf getting ready for France. Get handed over to Tobias Laudwein in the split screen, bottom right-hand corner as well. He was not qualified for the Lead 15 race. He replaced Tim Venish and then had a stellar race coming in 6th in what we want to call his comeback race. Here's his teammate Linda Meyer just running out of this sled pull. And of course, we're going to get you the standings as quickly as possible up on the screen as we see Megan Jacobi and Ida Stensgaard, USA and Denmark. And here we go. England only 15 seconds ahead of Italy now. You've really just obliterated everybody as Megan Jacobi is going out now. 24 seconds for Austria, the deficit 33 for France. Everything has been bunched up a little more. Less than a minute between the top 6 nations now.
No, but she has a triathlon background, I believe. Some really fast running times to her name, like a 5K in its sub-17 region. So we know she's a very quick runner. And I know Alex, I believe he knows an awful lot of sports people in Austria. He's been at a high level in sport really for all his life. He's got a lot of contacts, and he's picked these two athletes knowing that they can perform.
So let's see what she can make happen here as we're now having our leaders into the burpees. And Kate Davey right where she needs to be. The pass that we all thought that we saw was actually a lap back. That was Thiago Lusa for Portugal, the man with the chest tattoo. So here we go. This is Austria versus Great Britain. And this is, here. Now, that is the experience bit. So, Lemi for Austria, incredible runner, triathlon background, close the gap to Kate. But she is now struggling with the referees to get the right form, to follow the rules with the burpees. You need to be very careful. Hands are going too far to the front. I believe that's what she's hearing right now. Yeah. Yes.
And with this being such a fast race, there's that temptation to just try and steal an inch with where you put your hands. But yeah, the judges need to be really strict here, and they certainly are. But we know Kate Davies very, very fast at burpees. She has broken the mixed relay world record in the past, and she's always done the burpee leg. So we know she's very fast on this, and she's opened up a little lead there despite coming in at the same time.
Doing incredibly well. So, looking at the different strategies there's a little bit of trouble looming for Austria now in the form of Germany. Tobias Lautwein, who looks like he's gone past. And then Italy, Alessia, now gone past Austria as well. So this is the different strategies that we're talking out. We're now seeing some of the nations that got their absolute Hyrox specialists at the workouts where they need them. Tobias Lautwein is now getting closer and closer to Kate Davey as well, doing incredibly well with his burpees here. And then USA right behind as well as Italy's. They've all gone through Austria right now. So it looks a little bit like that tactic with Lemi Voorts is not necessarily paying off. She did well in the run, but she's losing very valuable time for Austria right now in the burpees. Kate Davey, can she escape Tobias Lautwein, who is on her right?
Tobias, one of the quickest men's pro burpee times ever as well. So we know he's really good there, and he has clawed back to some serious time on Kate.
Oh, they're literally going out together, gonna hand over now to their teammates. This is wild. Tobias Lautwein, he's going to hand back to Dominic Malzahn, but Kate Davey is handed over to Michael Sandbag, and I'm telling you right now, Dominic, I love the guy, but doesn't stand a chance on that run against Michael right now. Hunter McIntyre waiting.
We could see the lead change a lot of times in this race because there are going to be some faster runners in the teams than others, and it depends where you use those and what station you use in those. So it might be England have taken the lead early on because they've used their quicker runners earlier on.
So Portugal out as well. Italy did really well. Alessia out now, ready to hand over. Here comes James Kelly. The man in the middle now getting ready for his last jump. Okay, here's the splits. Everybody left-hand side. England is now same time as Germany. USA 15 seconds behind Portugal. 39, Italy 47, Belgium 48. Australia 54 and Canada 57. So after the last workout, before the burpees, after the sled pull, we had 5 teams within a minute. We now have basically 9 teams within a minute. Scotland in the mix as well. But this in the split screen at the bottom, this is Michael Sandbag flying again. So I cannot wait to see his split. He had a 3:03 in his first leg. So let's see how fast he's going the kilometer now. Denmark just leaving the burpees as well.
It's not had much of a rest there. It's like the Austrian tactic that we were talking about, where there's only one station rest. Michael's only had one station rest here, but he looks like he's seriously moving. But yeah, he hasn't had a lot of rest since he put in that shift on the sled push.
And here we go. Michael Sandbag for UK, for England at the road. Dominic Malzahn, not too bad of a run. Hunter McIntyre almost catching back up to Germany now as well. So probably somewhere around 15 seconds between England, Germany, and the USA right now. And you can expect Michael Sandbag and Hunter McIntyre to rip that Erg apart.
Yeah, it's that, look how much Michael's struggling there. He ran a 3:08 for that run.
So it'll be very interesting to see. We're seeing Dominic Malzahn right now. Tactics that we've seen, or a rowing style we've seen from Kate Davey. Lower cadence, very strong focus on a controlled push out of the legs, which isn't necessarily a bad thing. It can be the same pace. It ruins your legs a lot more, but it doesn't matter because you just got to bring it home now. Yeah. Off the erg, 100 meters, hand over, done for the day.
Yeah.
And you can see it, he's barely losing time on Hunter McIntyre, who's going wild next to him. Great round so far from Dominic Malzahn. If he ends up about 15 seconds down on the other boys, no trouble, nothing lost for Team Germany quite yet. So interesting to see Team Germany has opted to use Linda Meyer as the final athlete for the wall balls. She is known to do them unbroken. So she is going to be a serious threat to everybody else out there. But if we get a scenario, USA, Germany very close together, it's going to be Linda Meyer versus Megan Jacobi at the wall balls, which would be an absolute blast. We would have Kate Davey in the mix for England. It's shaping up to be a hell lot of fun here. Italy dropped back a little bit. Belgium, this is now a sizable lead for our top three. There's been a little bit of change now. But of course, look at Michael. He's absolutely gritting his teeth right now. He is not budging an inch. Germany now lost about 20 meters on the erg compared to the USA, compared to Hunter McIntyre. Dominic Malzahn, he was on the erg just before Hunter, so maybe about 30 meters. They're going to be down a little bit when they get off the erg, and it's going to be up to Viola Oberländer to take over then. And she is actually, all three nations that we're seeing in the front right now, all putting women into the next workout. So we're going to see Viola Oberländer, we're going to see Sarah Pergiani, and then USA, obviously.
Mm-hmm. Lauren Renthaler, is it?
Exactly. Lauren replacing Lauren.
These guys here, they know this is, well, for Michael and Hunter at least, this is their final shift of a long weekend, of a long season. They've got a nice long off season. They can leave it all out here. They've got to put everything into this.
Okay, that gap is getting a little bigger now. Michael Sandbag, look at that. He is just going ballistic in the next couple of pulls here, the final pulls. He's almost at the 1,000. You cannot imagine how much this is hurting right now. He is done. He is out. Time for some celebration with the spectators. If you're catching the atmosphere through our microphones here, it is beautiful in here. Hunter McIntyre, a little bit confused on where to go. Might be the shades that he's wearing. It's not getting any brighter late in the evening here in Nice. And Kate Davey, there she flies around the track behind Michael Sandbag. All right, top three are out. They are out. England, Germany, USA. We'll get you the exact splits in a minute as we're seeing them all three drop to the ground in the split screen down there. Fantastic racing from those three teams. Italy is gonna be next now. They're losing some time. Belgium as well. They have a very strong team as well. They raced today as well. A lot of nations have raced as well today. Gathered a lot of medals already today.
We talked about before the race, you know, would the specialist strategy play off, or should you go for Elite 15 athletes? But if you look at the top three at the moment, that's traditionally made up of like Elite 15 experienced Hyroxers. It looks like that approach right now is playing off. And there's Kate there finishing the run and starting the farm scurry. .336 run from Kate there. sing England songs yet, Till, or not? Is it too soon?
Too soon.
Okay.
Definitely too soon. I mean, looking at what's coming back there. I mean, you tell me, how strong is Sarah at the wall balls? Or are they going to switch again? Is she going to sandbag lunge and we're suddenly seeing Jake at the wall balls?
I suspect we'll see Zara.
Oh, look at Kate Davey. Travelled here to Nice with her husband and her kids. And a little bit of family time between all the racing she's done this weekend.
Sixth in the Elite 15 on Friday night, but she was chuffed with. Won the women's doubles today with Zara.
And
great weekend.
This is Viola Oberländer for Germany, trying to catch Kate Davey. So the thing about Viola Oberländer, she always looks like she's just about to drop. She always looks a little angry and very exhausted, but she is racing wickedly fast. Without that little mishap at the wall balls, it could have been a second in the elite race on Friday. That's how well her shape is. And then we got Laurentilla for the USA, about a lane back. Kate Davey escaping the claws of Germany, of Viola Oberländer, out. And now we're going to see, is she going to hand over to Jack Williamson? I believe so. 2 more workouts to go, everybody. It is getting real. And look, she's putting everything into that run right now. Jake is on the way. With Jake, you can literally say the gloves have come off. You usually see him racing with gloves. Germany out as well, handing over. And now USA done and dusted, as well as Ida Stensgaard for Denmark is just heading into the farmer's carry. But the top 3, they are now out of the farmer's carry. USA, Lauren still has to hand over. Ryan Kent is ready. Here we go. To chase Tobias Laudwein and Jake Wilson. And hold on, just to point that out right now, the top 3 names, the top 3 nations, read Ryan Kent, read Tobias Laudwein, and read Jake Williamson. This is going to be brutal sandbag lunges.
Yeah, brutal. They know that they can't give it an inch to the others. If they let up, their lead will be taken up.
And here we go, strong racing from France and from Canada as well. France doing so well. Our host here, Angelique Chetanon. But in the split screen at the bottom, we are seeing Jake Williamson on the way. Great Britain or England is still leading.
Alice Schurer there on the farmer's carry for Austria. She's got the mixed doubles world record along with Alexander Vroncevic. Incredible time that they set in Cologne recently.
An absolutely incredible athlete.
Michaela Norman following her for Sweden.
Michaela Norman, similarly to Ida Stensgaard from Denmark, has an obstacle course racing background.
And CrossFit, Michaela's come from. Really strong, but you know, I think she knows with her health issues recently, she's not at 100%.
But here she is, done. Michaela Norman for Sweden, ready to hand over now as well.
3:17 run there for Jake.
And Jadira Perez, literally an entire workout behind for Spain, right behind. But now, obviously, we want to see the gap. How big is the gap to Ryan Kent, to Tobias Laudwein at the sandbag lunges? This is an incredible race for England so far.
Pulls there for Jake.
Just taking a moment here to soak in the atmosphere in the arena here. Tobias Laudwein is into the workout as well. Ryan Kent now as well. But Jake Williamson for England's got about 3/4 of a lane on Tobias Laudwein from Germany. They're going the same rhythm up and down here. Similar body size, all like height, all 3 of them. Similar stride length, so not expecting a lot of changes here. So here we go. The opening run for England, we had it 3:04. That was this man we're seeing on the picture here, Jake Williamson. That was absolutely incredible. And the gap between him and then Ryan Kent for the USA was 36 seconds going into this workout. So 36 seconds, it is a chunk, but talking about wall balls and talking about Megan Jacoby coming for the USA. Boy, if I was Sarah, I'd wish for a little more.
yeah. But I think that's, well, I shouldn't say. I was going to say I think that's enough, but I won't say that too soon. But yeah, you would expect a lot of these athletes to go unbroken, you know, when it's just a leg that they're doing. But like we said, no reps can play a part on this, and how that comes into play will be interesting.
So interestingly enough, looking at the splits right now, looking at the athletes, it is actually Jake Wilmson who is the fastest at the sandbag lunges, and Tobias Loudwine seems to be the slowest. Ryan Kent coming a little bit from behind, and Tobias Loudwine losing time to Jake Williamson. He's gonna open this gap even more. It's an entire lap now. It was 19 seconds going into the sandbag lunges, and I believe it has grown now. I'm sure it has grown now. This is a stellar situation for Sarah Pejani now on her way to the wall balls. Here he comes, handing over. This is the final leg for Team England. Spectacular racing. Tobias Loudwine, he's going to be done in a second as well, but he lost valuable seconds for Team Germany. We know Linda Meyer, strong runner. She's going to run a little faster maybe than Sarah Pejani. She's going to do the wall box unbroken. I would be surprised if not. And there she is, Linda Meyer, Megan Jacoby. They'll be very close together getting out onto that run course now. Ryan Kent on the way. Here we go, Tobias Loudwine. He lost valuable time. It is up to 36 seconds now. USA, they lost another 10 seconds. This was incredible from Jake, what we've seen. There is other nations out there, of course. There's the battle behind for Italy, for Belgium. But considering who's up at the wall balls with Megan Jacoby, with Linda Meyer, with Sarah Pejani, I think it's only fair we're going to focus a little bit on that battle in the front right now, because I would be very, very surprised if somebody can come from behind and take one of those medals. She is hanging on to the lead. Team England, the fans are ready up here, ready to cheer them on with the best vantage points in the house. And here she goes, your leader, Team England into the wall balls. And now it counts for Sarah Pejani. Is Team England going to be the first mixed team relay world champion in the history of Hyrox racing? Michael Sandbag, he's right there, ready to push as hard as he can. And we go, 3 wall balls done. We've seen it before in the races here, in the doubles today. It's coming down to clean repetitions. You cannot afford no reps, which can either happen by not hitting the target properly or not squatting deep enough. And here, Megan Jacoby, she's gone past Team Germany. What an incredible run for the USA. Here comes Megan Jacoby and Linda Meyer for Germany. Shoulder to shoulder. This is ridiculous. Megan Jacoby's 1 wall ball ahead. Both can go unbroken now.
Yeah. So about a 17 rep lead that she had over, that Sarah had over Megan as Megan came in.
An incredible run by Sarah. If you look at it, she lost about 15 seconds, that's all. So incredible job. She is looking very good, very smooth, very controlled. And now the key is to stay calm and not at the same time. You need to be fast, but you need to be precise. We're seeing the counter. Look, this is synchronized wall balling we're seeing from Megan Jacoby and Linda Meyer right now, with Megan Jacoby with just a slightly faster rhythm. She's by an inch. But Sarah Pejani, she is going strong. She is a solid 15 wall balls ahead of the competition. This is unbelievable. Is it going to be silver or is it going to be bronze for Germany? By now, I'm almost ready to sing England songs. You asked me before, I'm almost ready. I do not see Sarah lose this much time. It looks like Team England might be making history today. Megan Jacoby, Linda Meyer, and Sarah Pejani at the wall balls. Now Camilla Massa has arrived as well for Team Italy and for Belgium. We now got Margot van der Lindenhof as well on the wall balls. Of course, she's going to give everything to try and find Camilla Massa. But Team USA now 2.5 wall balls ahead of Team Germany. Megan Jacobi, she's got the faster rhythm. Can Linda Meyer come up with a surprise here? Megan Jacobi getting a little closer to Sarah Perjani as well, but she's got only 80 left. She's not gonna surrender. I'm telling you right now, England can get ready to sing their celebration songs. We expected Megan Jacobi and Linda Meyer may to possibly pull a rabbit out of the hat, but not with Sarah Perjani. Perfectly planned race from Team England. Kate Davey, Michael Sandbag and Jack Williamson go nuts at the finish line. They know now she's got it. She's got 2 more. Everybody, let's celebrate the first ever mixed team relay world champion. This is England with Sarah Perjani, Kate Davey, Michael Sandbag and Jake Williamson. And it looks like USA with Megan Jacobi with this incredible run. She took 10 seconds. There she goes out of Team Germany. Second place for Team USA with Lauren Rantala, with Megan Jacobi, with Ryan Kent, and of course with Hunter McIntyre. And here goes Germany with Linda Meyer, Viola Oberländer, Tobias Lautwein and Dominik Malzahn. They are happy. Celebration. They had tough luck this weekend, losing two of the original team members and then showing such an incredible race. That is incredible. Job well done. Bronze medal for Germany's celebration of the 3 nations here. And now the battle for 4th is Italy against Belgium, but it is a tough one for Margot van der Lindenhof against Camilla Massa. Fantastic also to see Team Denmark down there at the wall balls now. Very interestingly put together team with Laura Wahlgren Petersen, who had a surprise race earlier in the season. Missed out on qualifying to the Elite World Championship by about 30 seconds. Gave it a last step at the qualifier, the last chance qualifier in Cologne. Literally had to call up her boss on Lanzarote to ask for a day off and missed the qualification there. Found her way to the World Championship, the young Dane, and racing a fantastic race here together with Ida Stensgaard. And Camilla Massa, here we go, Team Italy coming through in 4th. Team England, 50.35. That's the winning time, 20 seconds down. Team USA, incredible job here by Megan Jacobi, who managed to take 11 seconds out of the England time, just not enough. Germany in 3, Italy in 4, Belgium 5, France in 6, we got Canada in 7, Australia in 8, Sweden in 9, Denmark in 10, and then Scotland in 11, Switzerland in 12, Ireland in 13, 14 Austria, 15 Portugal, 16 Australia, 17 Poland, 18 the Netherlands, and then including one of our elite 15 athletes, Pelayo Menendez in Spain in 19th. 7 minutes and 11 down, and as we've seen, Team Korea did not finish the race here today. What an incredible race it's been. For the first time ever, the Hyrox Mixed Team Relay World Championship, or that event part of the World Championships. It has been part of the general racing throughout the Hyrox season before, a very popular event that eventually started off to get more athletes into the sport, and then the elite caught onto it as well, and it just exploded. And that's just the little history about what we've just witnessed here today. And with that, back down to Lauren.
In 3rd place from the US, in 3rd place from Germany, Linda Meyer, Tobias Ludwin, Dominik Malzahn, and Viola Oberländer. And in second place, from the USA, Ryan Kent, Hunter McIntyre, Lauren Rattler, and Megan Jacobi. And in first place, your world champions of 2024. It gives me great pride to say that England are your winning team. Jake Williamson, Michael Sandbag, Kate Davey, and Zara Pirajani. Please all stand for the national anthem of England. Glorious. Glorious. Oh, God save the King.
I can't think of a more fitting end to what's been somewhat an incredible season, give or take the singing over the microphone. But that is exactly what Hyrox is all about. We have been through the ups and downs of 4 majors, 2 last chance qualifiers, and it all ended here in Nice. Massive thank you to absolutely everyone who has tuned in over the last 8 months, to those athletes who have laid everything on the line to entertain us at home and achieve their dreams. Not to mention all of the Hyrox staff that work tirelessly to put these events on, the content teams that work late into the night, and every single person who gives up their free time to come and judge and look after the athletes when they're out on the floor, check them in, make sure their wall balls are at depth. Those guys are the true heroes. And of course, from myself, from Tilshank and Greg Williams, we have had the absolute honor of bringing this show to you over the course of this season, and we couldn't be more proud to be the people chosen to have this job. So thank you very much for watching. But finally, for the last time from here in Nice, it is goodbye.
Did you really think I'd just sit here and watch?